one scene where he's like on a fishing vessel, and then like immediately cuts to him on a school bus or something like that. I'm like, I'm like, how do you get on the school bus? Oh wait, it's a flashback. It's like, well, you need to establish that it's a flashback, and so kind of throwing us in there. I was getting like flashback whiplash.
I was worried as soon as I saw that the first scene on Earth was him as an adult, because I remembered from the trailer that they had stuff from him as a kid. I'm like, how are they going to work this in?
Yeah.
And the answer is they weren't. They were just going to slide it in there.
The choice to make it non-linear was sort of like out of left field for me.
Yeah.
But I appreciated what they were trying to do with the flashbacks and making them relevant to what he was experiencing at the time. But it was an odd choice, I think.
Yeah.
What about you, Rory? Biggest plus, biggest minus?
Biggest plus acting, biggest minus writing.
Okay.
That's like I flesh it out a little more. Like Henry Cavill was good. Russell Crowe was really good.
Yeah,
I loved Russell Crowe in it.
The Amy Adams was obviously good.
Yeah, Russell Crowe was Jor-El, which is Superman's Kryptonian father, and Amy Adams is Lois Lane.
And to see some of the people from the Battlestar Galactica CIC.
Yeah,
was sort of nice again.
Yeah, Mr. Gata's back.
Yeah, and that guy from Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
Yeah,
Maloney was there. Yeah, he was the colonel. I want to say, and he actually did a pretty good job. And Boyd, of course, was
Mr.
They
were all pretty
General
good.
Man.
Yeah, General Swanwick or something.
Swanwick, I think.
Swanwick, there we go.
And I wasn't crazy about the writing. Just sort of it felt disjointed on a script level as well as on an editing level. I wasn't crazy about the kiss. I didn't think it belonged there.
I was okay, here's my feminist point of view. Here it comes. My problems with the kiss was that it wasn't an I like you kiss. It was I'm glad I saved you kiss, and it was an I'm glad you saved me kiss. And I was really mad about that. If you kiss someone in a movie, it has to be because I want to kiss no one else but you. And it didn't feel like that. And that's why it felt awkward.
I just thought it was random.
It was random. It was out of nowhere. It was like, yay, we're alive. Not.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it suited I don't know. It felt like it was like, I don't know. You know how on TV shows they do that sort of like fan bait thing where they put two characters in a relationship because fans would like them to be in a relationship. It felt like that, even though it was in the Superman sort of mythology.
He ends up with Lois Lane.
It's hard to feel forced if you have that much years of background behind you, but they still managed to do it.
Here's what Yahtzee actually, from Zero Punctuation, he actually said it very, very well many years ago. He said, imagine if we lived in a universe where instead where they had to shoehorn in a song and dance number into every kind of medium. So they would be like Star Wars. In the middle of Star Wars, there would be a song and dance number. In the middle of Titanic, song and dance number. Middle of Lord of the Rings, song and dance number. Although there was, but that's how I feel like it is with love stories. Do we have to shoehorn a love story or a love scene into every single movie, every single video game, every single comic book out there? Is that really necessary? Can't we have some, eventually you know that Superman's going to end up with Lois Lane because he's with Lois Lane in almost every single comic when he's not with Wonder Woman.
Or Lana.
What?
Or Lana.
Oh, yeah. But I don't know, it's just like we could have had time to, they met and then they fell instantly in love and they're not like...
But that's what that's exactly what I'm trying to say. It wasn't love. It was proximity and it was adrenaline.
Yeah.
I didn't appreciate that. That's not how it works.
We're going to take a quick break now for a couple messages, and we will be back in, I don't know, just short of a minute or something like that.
After these messages.
Do you find that MS Word, PowerPoint, or Excel are slowing you down with your assignments? Did you know that the Commons provides one-on-one tutorials free of charge to students, faculty, staff who are attending or working at Memorial? To find out more, you can visit the Commons on the second floor of the QE2 library or visit us at our website, thecommons.mon.ca.
Oh, you're listening to 93.5 CHMR FM, Mon Radio, in stereo, baby!
Oh, that never gets old.
No, it does not. And we are back 93.5 CHMR FM with The Aperture, a weekly hour-long discussion of all topics geek culture. I'm one of your hosts, Rory DC.
And I'm Adam the Porch Knight.
And I'm Penny, the guest for this week.
Yep, absolutely. And we just before we took our break, we were talking about specifically Man of Steel.
But this week we're talking about superhero movies.
Superhero movies in general. I also sort of want to point out, I didn't realize this before, but I have the IMDb up for David Goyer, who wrote Man of Steel, and he is also the writer of such wonderful masterpieces as Call of Duty Black Ops and Call of Duty Black Ops 2. And get this, Metal Gear Solid announced. Are you aware of a Metal Gear Solid film coming out?
Nope. Actually, yes, I was.
I thought I heard rumors about it at one point, but I didn't think that was like a legitimate thing.
I thought it was in development hell like every other superhero, every other video
game movie in the world. Yeah. And sometimes we wish they had not come out of development hell.
Yeah, for the most part. Has everyone seen the Super Mario Bros. Movie that came out in the 90s? Like the live action one? Awful.
I want to say I've seen some of it or all of it. I don't know.
I'm not lying when I say one of the worst movies ever made.
Damn.
Like. It's me and Penny were talking about this before you showed up today, Roy. It's kind of like one of those what were they thinking moments, except it's the whole movie. The whole movie is what. Anyway, we can't talk about Super Mario Bros. That's like an hour-long topic in and of itself.
Yeah.
Just that movie. But, yeah.
Don't get hopeful. We will not be doing an hour-long show about Super Mario Bros., the live-action rendition.
I want to talk about Batman now.
Okay, well, you want to start back in the day with good old Michael Keaton?
I was going to start with Adam West, but sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with Adam West.
Just because the only reason I want to mention Adam West is because, leaning into Michael Keaton, is because imagine you're living in the 80s and you're not a nerd. So the only thing you really know about Batman is bat shark repellent. If anybody's seen that clip on YouTube, I'll link it to our Facebook page. It's honestly really funny. Batman's hanging off a helicopter and there's a shark literally hanging off of his leg, and he's like, Robin, pass me the bat shark repellent. So he throws it down, he sprays in the shark, and the shark blows up, and it's honestly really funny. But so that's all that people knew about Batman, was that he was camp bat shark repellent, and then like the holy it's like leaping lizards Batman or something like that Robin would say. But then all of a sudden in 1989, Michael Keaton and Tim Burton come along, and they produce up to that point, one of the darkest superheroes series ever. And Batman in the comics has always been very well respected because he's had very, very good storylines throughout his comic run. But this is the first time we ever saw a live action Batman movie kind of achieve the same thing. And the first time really a superhero movie did the same thing, because the only really good superhero movie before that was Superman in 1978.
And it was awesome too.
What?
The Tim Burton Batman.
Oh, it was excellent.
I was very impressed.
He killed a lot of people though.
What?
He killed a lot of people.
And Jack Nicholson was really good in that movie.
Yep.
Everybody was good in that. That movie worked really well, which is, I imagine, though I wasn't really around at the time watching Batman movies, that there were high hopes for the later Batman movies, which of course they didn't really get good again for a long time, in my opinion.
No, that's legit, because, Jack Nicholson set the precedent for a villain.
Yeah.
He really did, because
exactly.
Every superhero villain since then has been compared to him. And some of them have made the cut, and some of them haven't.
Yeah.
Want to dance with the devil? Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? What does that even mean? Like, that was just, that's kind of what the Joker was. He was just chaos, and you're just like, I don't even know what that means, but it's cool.
Exactly. The next one that came out, the one with
Danny DeVito, you mean?
With Danny DeVito's Penguin, which has got to be one of the worst villains I've ever seen.
See, I haven't seen that movie in a long time, but honestly, as bad as that movie was, it was better than Batman and Robin.
Oh, yeah. In
fact, I could get up and punch you two in the face, and that would be better than Batman and Robin.
I'm inclined to agree with that, actually.
Yeah.
The only thing about Batman and Robin I liked, they had the really good Smashing Pumpkins song, right? That was it.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Good choice.
The only thing I remember from that movie is all of Arnold Schwarzenegger's horribly awesome puns of what
puns.
killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age! Even though it didn't, it was caused by an asteroid, but whatever.
Wrong again, Bob.
And the Bat credit card.
Oh, God.
And then I flipped. And honestly,
the credit card killed
if this
me.
wasn't bolted to the ground, that this whole station would be flipped now.
I think... Let me try to think. You're right. I mean, Danny DeVito's Penguin wasn't as bad, but it was pretty... It was almost like it wasn't quite in the territory of that type of Batman and Robin movie. It almost seemed like Batman and Robin, even though it was not, had to be more self-aware than it was. And oh God, the Danny DeVito Penguin, it killed me, honestly. And then I imagine my hopes then after that for future Batman movies were severely diminished.
Until
Batman Begins, of course, which is my favorite superhero movie of all time.
That's a bold claim.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, yeah, there's not